Okay, guys, if you are with me, please let me know. Just drop your comment and I can see comment here. Okay, go live. Okay, okay, check some comment. Okay, if you are with me now, I would like you to just pick your phone right away and share this with your friends, share this with your networks, which is what I'm doing currently now. I'm sharing mine here also. Where's my Wi-Fi? Okay, excuse me. Please, if you can hear me, let me know in the comment section. If you can hear me, just drop a comment. I can see your comment here. If you can hear me, drop a comment. Okay, Olamide Williams saying hello. Hi, Olamide Williams, you're welcome. So, kindly share to your network. We're starting in 30 seconds. We're starting in 30 seconds. So, we're going on a 30 seconds break. Immediately we come back, we're starting. We're going back into the main program. Just 30 seconds. Okay, welcome back from the break and let's go straight into the business of the day. So this is the web design bootcamp by Sam Babarinde, and it's going to run like this for just 3 days. And I'm very confident. If I'm not confident of anything, I'm confident of the fact that in the next 3 days, you would have been able to design any kind of website without writing a single line of code. Yeah, I'm not exaggerating here. This is what I'm very sure of. This is what I do. I'm a web designer, and quickly let's go into the introduction. And yeah, once again, I am Sam Babarinde. My full names are Babarinde Samuel Taiwo, and but I prefer being called Sam Babarinde. Okay, Rebecca, you can't hear me. Okay, if you can hear me, let me know now. Network is bad, but network is not bad over here. So if you can hear me very well now, Rebecca, let me know. Olamide, I hope you can hear me very well. So I'm confident of the fact that after 3 days, you would have been able to design any kind of website without writing a single line of code. And this is what this bootcamp is all about. So I am Sam Babarinde. I'm a web developer. I'm a web designer, and also I'm an ad expert, likewise a social media manager. So I do social media management and good. Rebecca can hear me now. Good. Do well and share this with your friends and your loved ones. Let them be a partaker of this also. This is the once in a lifetime opportunity. I can tell you that my video isn't moving. Um, Olamide, I don't know what you mean by that though. Okay, so share with your friends and your family. So I'm a web designer, I'm a web developer, I'm an ad expert, and also I am currently employed to Julius Berger Nigeria PLC. That's the company that bankrolls me every month. So, you know, so the aim of this program is to equip you in web design such that um, you can design any kind of website you want within days without writing a single line of code. That is the aim of this website, of this bootcamp. And in this bootcamp is going to run for 3 days. And in this bootcamp, we're going to be learning. Okay, now I would like to share my screen. And please don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, click on the subscription button because there are a lot of things to be you are going to benefit from this YouTube channel. There are a lot of things. If you go through the channel, the videos, there are a lot of videos there that are educating. You can learn a whole lot of things. This channel it's a TV on its own. It's a digital marketing TV. So this last Sunday, I initiated the program, the internet business model, which is simply how you can make money online. That is what the program is all about. So it starts this Sunday by 9 p.m. So just subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you won't be missing out on all these goodies. They are just meant for you. It's free. Everything on this channel is free. So without wasting much of our time, let's go into the um I would like us to go into what we have for today. So the boot camp is going to be divided into two sections. We have the practical and we have the theory aspect. So the theory aspect is where I'll be running you through all the things you need to know about. Uh, I will share a slide with you about website design, and I will quickly share my screen right now. Where do I have that? Can please excuse me. So the theory aspect is where we'll be talking about. I will show you everything, how you can do them, and how you can um, buy your hosting, how you can buy your domain. And in the practical aspect, that is where I'll be showing you how to do it. I'm going to be showing you how you can do it. I'm going to be doing it myself, and you also will be seeing how I am doing it. It is not the rocket science, it's not that hard. So I'm looking for a file to share with you right there. Just excuse me, give me some minutes, and I'm going to share a file with you. Okay, stop. HP. I'm very sorry, please. I'm looking for the file. I'm going to share with you. Okay, 5-day web design. Good. Okay, this excuse me, the file is uploading. Let's wait for some time so the file uploads, please. And, I don't know why it's taking so much time for this one to upload. Okay. Please, if you can see the file I'm sharing, let me know. If you can see the file I'm sharing, let me know. This is not correct though. It's supposed to be a 3 days, so ignore the 5 days, please. So I made a mistake while doing that slide. So if you can see my screen, let me know. I want to know. Okay, I can see it here. You can see my screen. Let me know. I want to know. Okay, now this is the schedule. This is let me just say the guide for this boot camp. Now, 3 day web design bootcamp, 3 days of learning how to design world class and responsive websites without writing a single line of code with Sam Babarinde, powered by Prime Tech Digital Service, and I am the facilitator. Now, what are we going to be doing at this bootcamp? The first chapter is what is web design itself? What is web design itself? A website is a collection of publicly accessible interlinked web pages that shares a single domain name per Techopedia. So when you go to the Techopedia website, what you see there is this the definition of web design on their website is a website is a collection of publicly accessible interlinked web pages that shares a single domain name per Techopedia. Now, a website is a compilation of web pages and content put together under a particular domain to achieve a particular goal. To achieve a particular goal. That is the definition I give website. On my own side, now a website is a compilation of web pages and content put together under a particular domain. That is, all these web pages, all this content. If you look at the definition given by the Techopedia, it says web pages, and website is more than web pages. We have different content. We have posts, we have pages, we have there are websites where you download music. There are websites for videos. There are websites for photos. You know, all of them like that, like that. So, web design is more than just creating pages. Website is more than pages. We have pages, we have posts, we have other content. So a website is a compilation of web pages and content put together under a particular domain. For instance, sambabarinde.net. When you go to sambabarinde.net, you're going to find images of myself and some of my projects. You're going to find web pages. You're going to find blog posts that I have written. So those are the content. So these are web contents that are actually contained in a website, not just web pages alone. Now, what is web design? Web design refers to the act of designing of website to be displayed on the internet. That is interaction design. That is the definition they give. But I say web design is the act of planning, creating, configuring, and maintaining web pages and contents. Web design refers to the act of planning, creating, configuring, and maintaining web pages. So in web design is not just only about creation and then you're done. There is planning. Before you create any website, there must be a plan. You can't create any website without planning. You're going to make a very quack design. So before you can, there is a reason where we have designs. We have front end and back end. You know, part of front end is the UI and UX, the user interface and user experience. Now, the user interface is how your website appears to the people. That is what we call planning. It's part of the planning. So you plan what do you want your website to look like? What is the aim of this website? What is the goal? Because before you design any website, there is a goal. There are websites for music. Okay, I want people to be coming to my website and downloading music. This website is for videos. This website is a portfolio. It's just about my portfolio, my project, and the things I do. The things I do. So there is a planning. The process of planning is one that cannot be skipped in the process of web design. Then there is creation. You have to create the website after you have drawn your plan, you've made all your choices. This is what this website will be used for. These are the resources I'm going to be putting together. These are what I'll be doing. Then configure, you have to configure your website. What do you want it to look like? All the plans. This is the stage where you bring all the plans you have written down into action. Then maintenance. You must be able to maintain your website. Please give me a bottle of water. You must be able to maintain your website. So web design is just more than creation of web pages. No, it's not just about creation. Web design is about creating, planning, configuring, and also maintaining, because you have to be able to maintain your website. If you can't maintain your website, then if it goes down or there's any error or whatever thing, anything is wrong with it, how do you do that? As a web designer, you must be able to maintain your website. Now, let's dive fully into the business. The act of web design or website development, let me just put it like that. Web design or website development involves two major categories. Hosting, two major things are involved in website design: the hosting and the domain. Okay, what is a domain? A domain name is an identification string that defines a realm of administrative autonomy, authority, and control within the internet per Wikipedia. So if you go to the Wikipedia now and check for what a domain name is, this is what Wikipedia will give you. A domain name is an identification string that defines a realm of administrative autonomy, authority, or control within the internet. For instance, sambabarinde.net, that is a domain name. It is my domain. I own it. Nobody else can own it. Once I buy it, I am the sole owner. I reserve the right to sell it or whatever I want to do with it. It belongs to me. Network is bad, Rebecca. I think that should be from your side. The network here is not bad, and I even have my phone right here with me, and I can't. Please, um, is anyone also experiencing that? I would like to know. Okay, is anyone experiencing that also? Oh, the network is not bad here, so I don't know. So a domain name is excuse me. A domain name is an identification string. So when you buy a domain name, it belongs to you. It belongs to nobody else. You are the sole ownership. So sambabarinde.net belongs to me. For instance, Rebecca is here. If you buy rebeccaolufumilola.com, you are the owner of Rebecca Oluwafumilola. Nobody else can own it. olamidewilliams.com.net, whatever it is, you are the owner. That is a domain name. It is just the identification string for your website. That is what people put into their browser. Nigerloaded.com belongs to Nigerloaded. Excuse me. Nigerloaded.com. Um, it's all these Instablog, Niger, all those stuff. So that is the domain name. Now, what is hosting? A web hosting is a type of internet hosting that hosts websites for clients. It can simply be called a file manager whose job is to keep files and display them at request. That is my own simple definition of a web hosting. Now, I'll use the simpler form for you to know. This is now if you check your phone, you see a file manager on it. Yes, I believe everyone here has a smartphone, not necessarily an Android. You find a file manager on it. That is what web hosting is all about. It keeps your web files, the web pages you have created, the blog posts you have created, the images you've created. It keeps them on the internet, making sure that they are available, and whenever anyone loads them and they want to see them, they display them. That is the work of a web hosting. Whenever you need your file, you pick your phone, you scroll down to the file manager, and you see your file displayed. The same thing is what a web hosting does. When you pick your phone, when you pick your phone, you open your browser or maybe your PC or whatever internet connecting device you want to use. open your browser and load sambabarinde.net, instablog. So. That is what web hosting does. They keep your web pages, they keep your web files, they keep your web content. So when you go to sambabarinde.net, all you see on it are kept by web hosting, and they will be displayed to you at request. So whenever I need them or anyone on the internet need them, so far I put them there and people can use them. All they need to do is to just go there. All they need to do is to just go there and load the website, and the web hosting is going to display it for them. So we're going to practicalize all these things. I just want to run us through the theoretical aspect so that we can know that this thing is not just um, you know, I don't know. This thing is not just about doing and doing and doing, but let us learn what this is one of the most important aspect of web design. Let's learn how it works. What is this used for? What is that used for? So later in this bootcamp, we'll be learning how to purchase hosting and how to buy a domain. Now, also, what we'll be learning, part of what we'll be learning is connecting hosting to domain or pointing domain to hosting. I know all these things are going to be sounding, like it sounds technical to you and, strange. Okay, let me use the word strange, technical, and, hard or something. But by the time we start doing all these things, you see that it's just as easy. I'll make sure that I put it the simplest way I can do that for you so that you won't get intimidated. But I will beg you, I will say that you should not get intimidated by the, um, let me say for vocabulary, but just know that this thing is what you can do, and you're going to do it here while we are here. Now we're going to learn WordPress installation. WordPress is the script we're going to be using for all the website design we're doing at this bootcamp. WordPress is the reason you are not going to be writing any code, because you cannot do web design or web development without coding. But WordPress is the reason you're not going to be writing any single line of code. Why? Because they have written all the code for you. You have all the code written and compiled for you. All you need to do is to just upload to them. And it is just as easy as a single click on your phone or on your PC, and everything is done. So we have theme installation, plugin installation. These are the critical part of your web design journey. So when you install your WordPress, you install a theme. What is theme? A theme is, let me say, a theme is just the interface of your website. What do you want your website to look like? Is the theme. The theme is what you see on your website. Okay, let me use theme. It shows, it is the user interface, not necessarily the user experience though. It doesn't affect much of the user experience. It affects though, but not all. But it affects mostly the user interface, the appearance of your website. It is the theme. Then plugin installation. This is what affects mostly the user experience. The plugin you are installing will determine the reason, the work for your website. What do you want your website to do? Will determine the kind of plugins you're going to be using on your website. If you want to do just a news blog, by the time you have 3 to 4 plugins, you're done. I don't want to bore you with too much of talk before we go into the practical aspect, but I believe, don't worry, we're going into the practical aspect. I know some of us can just wait to get started, but don't worry. We're going, what you want to see, you're going to see it. So plugin installation, it is very important that you learn all these things. It is very important that you learn them. So the plugin installation will affect how your website will work. If you install Spark plugins, and definitely your website will be Quack. Same as theme installation. If you install a very wrong theme, your website will be wrong. It will be passing a different and a very wrong message about your website. So what else do we have here? So then, after installation of the theme and installation of your WordPress and theme, so we are going to be logging in. You're going to see how to log in. We're going to do dashboard review. I'm going to walk you through the dashboard of WordPress, the dashboard of your website, which is the back end that the people that are visiting your website will not see. That place, it belongs to just you alone. You are the only one who can see it. It is called the back end of your website. So I'm going to walk you through the dashboard. What is this used for? What can you do with this? What can you do with this? And what can you do with this? So you're going to get familiar with it. Yes, he said I was doing the practical tonight. Yes, if we have time, we will still go into some of it. So maybe in the next 10 minutes we should go into practical. Let me show you some things. So you're going to get familiar with it. You're going to learn how to navigate it. I know Rebecca cannot wait to start, but then it is important to learn all these rudiments first before you go into the practical. You don't just walk into the practical. So you have to get familiar with it. You have to know how to navigate it, then how to do some basic and complex settings on the dashboard that affect the front end of your website. So then you're going to learn how to create pages. What is a web page? I've told you earlier, creating your first web page, you're going to create the home page, you're going to create a post. What is a post? How do you create a post? How do you optimize them? All these things you are going to learn during the course of this boot camp. Then this is the last slide. Okay, this SEO is not for you; it's for some set of persons. So the page builders are going to learn, Elementor, Insta Builder, and WP Editor. But we'll be learning Elementor here because it is the best. Should I say the best? It is the best page builder you can see on the internet. That is not. If I say it is the best, I don't think I'm exaggerating, but it is just the best page builder you see on the internet because it is easier to use, it is user friendly, and also it is not expensive. So without wasting much of our time, I would like us to go into the practical. I think we still have 15 minutes or so. And now going into the practical, this is what we're starting with: a website, the compilation of the website. What is a website? I told you earlier, a website consists of a domain and a hosting. So the first thing we're going to be learning is how to purchase a domain and how to purchase a hosting. So right now I'm going to, excuse me. So we'll go on a short break, just a 30 seconds break. And when we are back, we go straight into the practical. See you in the next 30 seconds. Okay, you're welcome back, and without wasting much of our time, we go into how to purchase hosting and how to purchase a domain. Sorry, I'm trying to share it with you here. So excuse me while I share this with you. Share screen. Share screen. Okay, I believe you all can see my screen right now, and this is a web hosting platform. It is called interserver.net. Now, let me just walk you around. This is how to purchase. You can see it here, 65% off web hosting. I can actually recommend this web hosting. We have a range of different web hosting you can buy from. You can buy from this interserver.net. If you come here, buy now. If you click on the buy now, then it's going to show you, you have to, this is the plan. Let me show you the plans. just $2.50 per month. Yeah, that's it. Then all right. Okay, let's use Bluehost. Bluehost. This is where I started my web design journey. So this is a foreign hosting, not a Nigerian hosting, as well as the web server I showed you earlier. Start. You can see right here. You have website builder, WordPress made easy. Start building $22.95 per month. So this is how you can buy your. If you click on host your site, then you come and check their plans. Basic. When you need just one website, this is what you go for. It's just $2.95 per month. So if you select it, you buy it and you input your card details and you pay and you have your hosting. Don't forget I told you earlier that a hosting is a file manager, a space that is allocated to you where you keep your files. A space that is allocated to you where you keep, excuse me, it's a space that is allocated to you where you keep your files, that is your web files. I can see my comments here. And so when you pay for this hosting, Bluehost will allocate a space for you. I'm going to show you the backend. Don't worry, you don't need to rush. You're going to learn everything. When you pay for this, I'm going to show you what they will do for you, what you are going to get after paying for this. So there's no need to rush. So when you pay for this thing, when you click on get started and you pay, you input your card details and everything, Bluehost is going to allocate to you a space where you're going to keep your web files. That is what you're paying for. That is hosting. I have told you earlier. So let me give you another example. So we have them. We have Domain King, we have Bluehost, we have SiteGround, we have InterServer, we have all these Nigerian hosts like Hugo Host, all those ones. But I can't recommend them because of their, the downtimes. So I can't recommend them. I can actually recommend this, but if you want to buy a very good hosting, you can reach out to me. I'll guide you on how to do that. So this is Domain King. Now, if you come here, this is hosting. You see web hosting. Let me click on it. I want to make it easier. Those websites were complex. Let's use this easier one, web hosting in Nigeria. So this is their plan. When you buy a soldier plan, you pay 750 naira per month. And you see what I'm talking about? They will allocate you a 4 GB SSD space. They will give you an unmetered bandwidth. You can host one website with it. Then it is ideal for smaller blogs. That's what they are telling you. You have one free.com.ng domain, then SSL, free SSL. Do you know what an SSL is? Now look to the top of this tab now. When you go to the top of this tab, you will see domainking.ng/web hosting. You see a padlock right here? Let me click on the padlock for you. You see domainking.ng. Connection is secure. So that is an SSL. There are some websites when you go there, it will show you danger. It will show some danger messages that don't go on this site. Don't use your cards. Don't do this because the website is not safe. That is, the site does not have SSL. So that is what we call SSL. They will give you free SSL. Then you have the control panel, which we call the C panel. The C panel is the file manager. It looks like a file manager, just like what the file manager you have on your phone looks like. That is C panel. So they will give you access to a C panel where you'll be managing your files. Now, when you buy a minister plan, you pay them 2,500 naira per month. They give you 20 GB SSD space, unmetered bandwidth. You can host 5 websites with it. You have up to 2 times faster website. Then they will give you one free.com.ng domain. Did I explain this earlier? I don't think so. What they mean by one free.com.ng domain is that if you buy, let me say sambabarinde.com.ng, they will give you for free. You will not pay for it. It comes as a bonus on all their package. You have .com.ng free domain. Let's say maybe we have who do we have again? We have Rebecca. Let's say you buy rebecca.com.ng. It's free. They will give you will not pay for it. That is the domain. So if you go for the King plan, you pay 3,950 naira per month. 50 gigabyte SSD space, unlimited bandwidth, host website. I want you to know that all these plans we are going through, they did not pay me anything. This is not an advert. I'm not recommending them. If you want to buy any hosting, you can just meet me one on one. I will tell you, I will guide you on how to get a very good hosting. I'm not telling you they are bad. I'm not telling you they are good. So let's clarify things. So when you buy the king, these are your entitlements. These are your entitlements. So if you want to pay for a year, you can see it here quarterly. That is 3 months. If you want to pay for 6 months, if you want to pay for 1 year, that's 27,000. If you want to host one website, if you want to pay for 1 year, that's very cheap, relatively cheap. 8,100 naira per year, and you have your website hosted. So what you just need to do is to just click on order now. Once you click on order now, you pay. We are going to display, there should be a page. This is what we're talking about. All we have been checking out, excuse me, is a web page. All we have been checking out is just a web page. Now they will tell you to register a domain. As you can see here, this is a domain. That is because every hosting must have a domain. The hosting is useless without a domain. It is a domain name that people will load. They will put sambabarinde.net, domainking.ng. That will take them to your website. So this is a domain. Let me say I want to buy hosting for, okay, this is one of the, let's say Sam Babarinde.net. Then .net. I'll now click on check if it's available. Let me say it's unavailable. Why? Because it belongs to me. I told you I have the sole ownership of sambabarinde.net because I have purchased it, I have bought it. Now they are now suggesting to me that sambabarinde.com is available, sambabarinde.com.ng is available. Let me just add sambabarinde.com to the cart. Now, sambabarinde.com. I'll go with that. Then I'll click on continue. So I have put into my cart sambabarinde.com and the hosting, that is a place, the file manager where I'll be hosting sambabarinde.com. You can see it, just 750 naira for the VAT, and the soldier is 750 naira per month. Let me click continue. So then it will take me to the payment page. You can see all these ones are free. I can just add them if I want to, and I click on continue. I have hosting 1 year. Now all I am paying is 7,000 and and 50 naira, because I am paying for a soldier for 1 month. 750 naira. You can see it here, 750 naira for a month. So I'm paying for the domain registration for a year. That is for a period of 1 year. I own sambabarinde.com. If the year ends and I did not renew it and I don't renew it, I will lose the access. Another person can go there and buy it. But if before the year ends, or maybe when the year is going to end, I renew the package, definitely I continue to have the sole ownership of that name. So all I have to do now is just click on checkout. Let me click on checkout, and you see the billing information. Here I have to put my card, I have to put my details and every other thing. So once this payment is made, I'm going to receive a mail from them. I'm going to receive a mail from these people slash. So I will stop sharing my screen right now. And, so once this payment is made, I'm going to don't worry, you can come back and watch the video. You're trying to write them. I'm very sorry for that. Due to the fact that I'm sharing my screen, I was not able to see your comments, Rebecca. You can come back to watch the video. So once all these things have been purchased, there is something that you will now have. Do we still have the time? Okay, we can make it 45 minutes. So once you have paid, you receive a mail. They will tell you have purchased. So I don't know if I have such mail. Come in, let me check my mail. Let me check my mail. If I have, I should have something like that. Excuse me. I'm trying to find the template for you so that you know you have the idea of what it looks like. Have the idea what it looks like. I think I bought one sample post from Google Host recently. So let me see if I can get that. Okay. Um, okay. Okay. This is what it will look like. Now they will tell you they are so person. You have purchased your hosting account and you have purchased so domain. The account has been successfully set, and then they will give you the details, which is the login details to your cPanel. Okay, good. I have not been sharing my screen. I'm sorry. Let me share the screen. Let me share this screen. Very sorry. Okay, this is for one of this is just for testing though. So this is one of the hosting I bought recently from Google Host to test the website. So this is the kind of mail you will receive from them that your purchase is successful and you now have so thing, you now have this and that. So you can actually continue to do whatever you want to do with your website. Now all you need to do now is to just go to the back end of your website and see what you have paid for. So you see, this is what you have. Okay, let me stop sharing now. Sorry, sorry. So with this, I would like us to go into question and answer. But before we go, let me just recap what we have learned. We have learned how to purchase hosting, we've learned how to purchase a domain, and we've also learned that hosting is the file manager where you keep all your web pages, all your web files, and all your web posts so as to display them at request. So that whenever people just go to your website, so things, they load it and they see it, jumia.com.ng, I want to buy a product. Once they search for the product, they see the product. They are able to see the product because the product is hosted on a website. The product has been listed on that particular file manager and it will be displayed anytime they go to the website. So that is hosting. The domain is just the name, basically the name. The right to the name is the domain, nothing else. It doesn't do any other thing than being a domain name, and you have the right to it. Nobody else can own it. Hence, you have paid for it and you are able to, continue paying for it. Okay, what is a domain? That's the first question, right? What is the meaning of a domain? I just said it earlier. A domain is just a name, the name of your website. Let me look for the definition. Let me show you the definition here again. It's true. Now, can you see this, Rebecca? A domain name is an identification string that defines a realm of administration, autonomy, authority, or control within the internet. That is, it is the name of your website. Finish. Nothing else. The name that your website bears. Sambabarinde.net is a domain. Rebecca Oluwafunmilola.com is a domain. YouTube.com is a domain. Google.com is a domain. Facebook.com is a domain. It's a name, basically a name for a website, for a property, for an internet property. It's your property. Once you buy it, once you purchase it, it's your property. If I was able to purchase Facebook.com before Mark Zuckerberg, then I basically own Facebook.com. If Mark Zuckerberg wants to buy Facebook.com, he will need to come to me. So if you're able to purchase Google.com before Google was able to purchase it, then you are the owner of Google.com. So far, you are able to sustain the payment. At the end, you renew it. So no one else owns it. It's just basically a name. That is a domain. A domain is a name. Good. And okay, you can drop your question if you have any question while I explain, while I give the summary. And I hope we're writing down something. Good. So we've learned that hosting is a file manager where you keep your web files and you load them at request. We have also learned how to purchase a domain and how to purchase or hosting. So we've learned how to do all those today, and we've learned what is web design. We've learned so many things. We've learned a lot. If there are things you seem not to understand, you can come back to this tutorial and watch again before tomorrow. You can watch overnight and digest because tomorrow we are going strictly into the practical aspect. We're going strictly into the practical aspect. You're going to see me design a website. So I don't know if you can get a laptop and a phone tomorrow. Just make sure you come with it so that you'll be using one for tutorial. Then the other one, as I'm doing it, you're going to be looking at it and you're going to be checking the difference. You're going to be seeing what is going on that particular, the things that I'm doing, you will also be seeing them. That will make it easier for you than just seeing me doing it here. Okay. Um, Before we share the grace, any question? Is there anything you don't understand? Because I promised a live Q&A after the session, after every session. So don't forget, this is a basic class. I told you earlier, you're going to learn how to do this thing, and there's nothing else that will stop you. It is only you who can stop yourself. If you're not ready to stop yourself, nothing can stop you. You're going to learn this and you're going to know how to do it. But after this class, we're still going to be discussing about some persons who would like to, upgrade their knowledge. But what we are going to learn at this free boot camp, if you are going to follow it, nothing will stop you from developing or designing any kind of website you want, website or web apps. Some people believe that you cannot use WordPress to design web apps. That's a very big lie, fat lie. You can design all web apps without even writing a single line of code. You can design web apps on your um, you can design web apps on WordPress without writing a single line of code. If anyone is telling you cannot design web apps without writing a single line of code, tell the person I said the person is lying. Let the person come and face me, and I'll show the person how to do it. For instance, you can build um, a an online shop like Jumia. It's a web app. You can build it with WordPress. We've built so many like that. You can build marketplaces. You can build fintech web apps. You can build them. You can build cryptocurrency apps with WordPress. So all these things are WordPress is limitless. Hence, you are not building normal, native apps or those mobile apps. But as far as web apps is concerned, you can use WordPress and you can do it without writing a single line of code. You don't need to learn anything about code. Okay, please pop up on that designing your website and to complete it. Thank you. You want me to share the screen? Okay, I think this is what you want. Is that what you want? So, if there is no more question, I would like to call it a day. So, if there's anything you would like to see from the previous video or whatever we've done here, you can actually come back to the video and watch it. Let me just repeat this again. Please, I'm not just here to waste my time. If you know you'll not be serious with this, you can just exit it. Wait. This is a skill that will take you, if you want to learn web design, you at least, maybe let me just say $500. Yes, $500, but it won't cost you $500. So I just decided to do this for free. You know. So don't I will not want to waste my energy. I have put in a lot of resources to do this. So I'm running generator like this. No say life no day in our country. Yeah. And I never travel out. So let's be serious, please. This is a skill that will set you in course for life. I know how much I've made from web design. I know how much I've made from web design. And I'm still making and I will still make. So this is a skill that you can't just take for granted. It's one of the most sought after skills in the world currently. And you have the opportunity to learn it for free. You know, there's a saying that people don't take serious what they don't pay for. And I've also seen it come to play in so many scenarios. But I don't want your case to be like that. Take this very serious and make sure you come back to this video. If there's anything you don't understand, I want to repeat it that tomorrow we go strictly into the practical. There won't be much talk tomorrow. Come with your pen. If you have access to two devices, come with those devices so that as you're using one to watch the tutorial, you're checking what I'm doing on the other side. So if there is no more question and answer, I'd like to call it a day today. Thank you for joining. This is Sam Babarinde. If you have not subscribed yet to this channel, please, for the sake of me doing this for free, subscribe to the channel and subscribe. Biko, Ejo, which language remain? Let me speak Yoruba. Wow. Okay, so subscribe to the channel. I'll see you tomorrow while we go strictly into the practical and we see how it's being done. And I still remain Sam Babarinde. See you tomorrow. Bye. We close in 30 seconds.